Like, you make me
Thank
proud.
you.
Like, honored to be
I
your friend,
mean,
honored to know you.
like the story in the book isn't even half of it. I went through a construction period after that. Then I
Yeah.
went to where I felt like my spirit, my morale, me as a woman was destructed.
Mhm, mhm.
Due to circumstances. And I had to go through a rebuilding period again. It's like we have these cycles that is construction, deconstruction,
Yeah.
like a deconstructed version of me. And we have to constantly build ourselves back up. And, you know, I talked about this before the last time I was here with you about not feeling guilty about
Yeah.
taking care of you.
Yeah.
And if there's no one to refill your cup, sit that joker outside and get some rainwater and let it fill up that way. Like you have to get out of a situation and get out of your own way and get
Yep.
out of your way of thinking to get water in your cup so you can be refilled. And I think that is an incredibly important thing for us as black people, as black women, as minority women to conceive. Like it is okay for us to seek ways to refill our glasses.
Yeah. Yeah, you said that, Stacy, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna work on taking care of me. I mean, as soon as I get time, you were like, all right, like I'm telling you, you gotta don't wait. You need to get it done. And shortly thereafter, I end up going down, becoming very sick. Literally stress, anxiety had taken over my body for so long that my body
Hmm.
was like, hey, I quit because you won't respect
Right,
me. So I'm done and I'm out. And that whole process of going through that, when you can't walk, you can't do for yourself, you can't take care of yourself, you literally can't be a mom, you can't be a wife, you can't be anything because you can only be where you are right in that moment. It taught me a lot of things. It taught me that one, it's not as bad as it seems. It also taught me that you're as powerful as your thoughts. So whatever you think, believe that, because you got to control those thoughts. They can get the best of you. But it also told me that no one is going to make your self care a priority. That is your job.
no,
That's your job. So if you're tired and you've been ripping and running and you've been doing everything with the kids, or you've been doing everything for your home, or you've been doing everything for your job, you've been doing everything for whatever you're doing, and you didn't take any time for yourself, it's on you. No one is going to relieve you of duties if you keep saying yes and if you keep doing. The
right.
power of no has been such an empowering piece of my healing and my reconstruction period. The
Yeah,
freedom to just say no.
freedom to say no. Amen.
Like it's such a
Amen.
shift in, there's so many people have commented like she drops nuggets, like things that you don't think about. And people can view it as, oh, being carefree. It's not even that. It's like, I want to be here for my kids when they get older. I want to be here to see different things. And I can't be here if I'm just a morsel of who I am, if I'm just a
Right,
little piece of who I am. I want to be the whole
right,
me. And for the first
right.
time, I feel like the whole me. And it's because I'm no longer allowing things to chip away at me. I'm not carrying grudges. I'm not worrying
Hmm.
about what the next person is doing. I'm doing me the way I want to do me. I'm not concerned with how people feel about me doing me. I love on those girls. I love on that husband. I love on my family. And I give them all the do not disturb when I need my break from all of
Okay,
them. And that's okay
okay.
too.
I'll tell you this, like, I can totally relate to you. It was a period where I was being deconstructed and I was stressed, had a lot of anxiety. It's like, you know, the world was not being kind to me. And, I haven't shared this with anyone. Only my closest of family know because they had to assist me. But I ended up, me, I found myself at MD Anderson Cancer Center. and had to go through, treatments and have surgery because out of nowhere, this develops. Out of
Wow.
nowhere. And I'm one of like me, like I'm super healthy. I've always eaten healthy. It was attributed to the stress and pressure that I was under at that time. It was a very dark time that I was going through. And it was after that, I went back. It's like always in these times of deconstruction.
Hmm.
And, like I said, the world was not very kind to me at that time. I it's like I it's like I mentally levitate and it's like, okay, I go back to my mom and my kids and I say, I am all that these four people have. Literally, I'm
Yeah.
all they have. And they are counting on me. So I have to mentally take myself and elevate my thoughts, my thought process, how I view things. I have to do it because I know that, it's like sometimes when people are sick and then they're just like, oh, well, I'm sick. Well, what can I do about it? And they get sicker, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
they're in these situations and their health deteriorates because they become sad about it or feel defeated or
Hmm.
alone.
Hmm.
It's in those times when I literally, like, I get tunnel vision. Like, there's nothing anyone can say to me, do to me. It's just like I have this armor around me. And I'm like, okay, this is our goal. This is where we need to be. And we've got to get there because these people need to see me at on the other side, like on the
Yeah.
other side of the bed. They don't need to see me in another world. They need to see me in and out.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, I've never discussed this with anyone. I'm sure like any of our friends that's watching this will be um shocked probably, about this.
Absolutely.
I mean, I saw the look on your face.
Like you just saw the blood like rush from my face. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Mm,
We, you know what? We endure or we fight battles, and people have no idea the battles that we're fighting. And
Cameron.
it's funny because sometimes our closest friends will be like, well, why didn't you tell me? And it's like when you're in that moment, um, you're fighting so hard to get through, and you're fighting
Hmm.
so hard to get this behind you, to be over the hump and literally be on the other side of it, that you don't want to bring anybody into this fight with you. And they're like, oh, but it's power in
Nope.
numbers and the strength and all. Yeah, but when it's your fight, it's your fight. And I
Right.
so get that because I've had moments and people don't know or didn't know where I literally disappeared, you know,
Right.
disappeared. And people are
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I hadn't seen you in years, or I didn't know what was going on, or oh, you got a baby, or oh, this is happening. I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. Well, what happened? It's like, oh, well, hey, I'm here. And your whole process in that deconstructing, in the reconstruction of it, is like, it's not necessarily that you want to get it. It's just like you won't quite understand what I've experienced or what I've been through because I'm still one going through it and trying to
Right.
work through it. And then after you experience it, it's like, okay, once you try to start decompressing from that and really rebuilding, until you go to therapy and understand that it's okay to talk about those things and it's okay to fall into those feelings, to own them and say, you know what? Yes, this happened. Yes, this was the outcome, but I survived it and I'm okay. It didn't break me like it was intended to or like the mission was, and I'm all right. It's until you get to that place where you're able to openly talk about those things that you don't want to talk about.
Hmm. Right.
You want to stay as far
And
from it
then
as possible.
the other thing, just like me, my personality, I don't want to be a burden to anyone.
Yeah.
Two, I'm a very honest person. So if it's a time to worry and I need my prayer warriors, I'm gonna let you know. But at least let me try to fight
Yeah.
try to win the first match.
That's
And
the
if
Virgo
I'm
in you for real.
defeated, and if I'm defeated this first match, like if I don't quite pull off a victory, then I'll let y'all know.
Yeah.
And then I need y'all to come and have my back. But at least let me try it first. Let me try this first. And it was after that experience that I said, I ain't going through no deconstruction periods no more. I am tired. I will live in my purpose. I'll live in my strength. And I'll live in all of the elements that make me me unapologetically. Right.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
think this probably brings a little more to the circle that, completes the circle a little more than what we were talking about on our last discussion when I was talking about living unapologetically you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a big reason why, you know, in the last several years, I have become this unapologetic force within myself where this is Stacy, this is who I am. If I let you in, consider yourself lucky, right?
Yes. Yes.
Because I am like a hard boiled egg. Like I ain't Humpty Dumpty. I ain't about to fall and crack and some eggs juice gonna come out. No.
No.
So I'm so proud of myself and my journey because I
Yeah.
never imagined that I would open myself up to so many people like this in such a public way. But I also never imagined that in me opening myself up like this, it would one be therapeutic and healing for myself, but two, it would be inspirational and encouraging and healing to someone else. I'm like, Lord, is this a calling you done put on me?
Already. But
You done
you've
set a calling
you've always
here.
had that. You've always had that. You've always had an ability to take your words, and like you said, your words are not without purpose. When you speak with intent, right?
Yeah,
And you've always had that.
yeah,
So it doesn't shock me at all that this is the purpose that you're walking
yeah.
in. None of this surprises me. But girl, you shock me every time you talk to me.
I'm so sorry. Do I need to let you get your breath still? I know I probably just like, huh.
Like, oh my gosh, I'm not like, I don't have words because we see people and we've become such a passing social media society. Um, and I try to be intentional with my friends, with the people I love, with
Right.
I might comment on every picture, I might like every picture, but I'm also gonna pick up that phone and say, "Hey, sis, you good?
Hmm.
What's going on? Hey, I just want you to know you ran across my mind today, and I'm praying for you. Don't know what's going on, but I'm lifting you in prayer." And it's this thing where we don't. I don't know. I can't even put it into words right now because you literally have taken my breath away. Um, we have to fall back into the organic relationships, the organic communication. I had a friend that I talked to yesterday and I had asked her a question and I was asking for permission for something and she was like, "Absolutely." And she hit me with, "How are you?" And it's a friend that I felt so confident telling her how I really felt because sometimes, and you're one of those people too, that's like, "What's going on, sis? How you feeling?" And I could just give you a whole blurb instead of, "Oh, I'm good." Or you'll be like, "For real, how you really doing?" And I
Hmm.
know that you care. It's not a, "Oh, I'm just saying this to say it." It's literally that organic. I called you and asked you how you're doing because I want to know how you're doing,
You're actually doing.
like for real.
I don't
Because
care about your day. I don't
mm-mm,
care about traffic. I care
mm-mm,
about the inside of you
yeah,
and how is everything flowing.
yeah,
The
and
problem with me, and part of this is my fault. Let me accept ownership. I'm not a phone person, right?
yeah, yeah,
So sometimes when a lot of things are going on in my life where I should communicate more with those that I love, it's not part of my norm to hey, I'm going through this. Like, I'll probably text you before I call you. But girl, I'm
Yeah.
about to die today. Like, check on me, girl.
Right, right, right.
But it'll be a text. So I think, and then certain matters deserve a voice
Yeah,
communication so that it's unambiguous or inambiguous.
yeah.
So yeah. So I didn't
I
mean to
just
take your breath away, but sometimes certain people bring out um some hidden feelings and emotions in you, and you
yeah.
pull that out of me today.
I'm so you've always been a fighter, like figuratively and literally. You've always been a fighter. We'll touch on
Girl,
that one the
don't make me
next
hold on.
time.
Hold on, I got
We'll
these
touch on that
hoops
one the next time, right? Please don't leave that out of the book. Please. Okay.
in too.
Um, but you've always been this fighter, right? If people know you, I don't know how many people know that you're a petite woman, right?
Yeah, I'm
You're
very
this teeny
small.
tiny package. I'm not even tall. I'm 5'4", 5'3" and some change, but I'm claiming 5'4". You're not 5'4", right?
I'm 5'3" though.
Right. So you're a petite little woman, right? But you pack such a powerful punch. Like in the most literal sense, when you're a fighter for something, whether it's a cause, you know, or if you're championing it for something, that is who you are, and you're going to get the job done. So the thing that lessens me in being in shock and makes me more proud is the part that I know that when you had to face what you faced, I know you fought it with the strongest gloves and you came out packing the punch because that's who Stacy is. And
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I'm okay that you did this battle in the way that you handled it because you handled it in true Stacy fashion and you mastered it, you overcame, you
Hmm.
elevated as you do. And that is why y'all need to go buy this book
Yeah, yeah,
because it
absolutely.
gives you a snippet of this powerhouse of a woman and what 23 others that are
Yeah,
sharing this story of overcoming. And
overcoming.
right now, in the midst of what we've gone through for the last 2 years, don't we all need a story that lets us know that you can make it, that you can
Yeah.
overcome and elevate, regardless of the standards, regardless of whatever you're going through?
And the beautiful thing about it is that it welcomes, it enables healing.
Yeah,
The thing about healing is it's it's not a sore anymore.
yeah,
It's not a wound anymore.
yeah,
It's a healed wound. It's a healed sore. It's a healed scar. And you might have the scar, you might have a scratch, or you might not see, like me, it's hard to see any of my scars and bruising, right?
yeah,
Because I am a bubbly person and because I'm like so energetic. Um, but part of what we need to start doing is putting these things behind us.
yeah,
RIP to so many trials and tribulations that are complete but are not finished. Let's
yeah,
finish them. Let's get to supreme healing. Let's elevate beyond the win and really secure a victory. Because as I think I said in my forward or my chapter, and I can't remember exactly which one, the true underdog does not succeed at the win. The underdog succeeds by continuing past the win and securing the victory. You see, in life is like a basketball game, a football game.
yeah,
It's played in quarters. So you might win that quarter, but you might not have secured a victory, you know? So the underdog, you might win it a quarter, you might not do so well another quarter, but you have other quarters to go. And
yes,
once you're done with your win, continue going forward, continue your elevation. Don't stop there. Don't be complacent there. Continue rising above because true fulfillment and happiness isn't going to be settled at the win. Kobe Bryant was never happy winning one ring, Michael Jordan was never happy winning one ring.
Nope.
See where I'm going?
Yes, yes, yes. I think that's such a powerful stance and such a powerful declaration to bring it to a close because there's so much more that you're going to be winning at. You said it, it's our winning season. And we have to walk in that. We have to speak that. We have to manifest that. We got to do that. If you want to win, it's
Yeah.
something you got to do. It's a verb. Like winning is a verb. And it
Yeah, it's
is
a
contingent upon you
continuing,
doing things. Yes.
it's a
Yes. It's
continuing,
contingent on you doing it.
winning is a process.
Yeah.
And we look at it, very many of us look at it like it's an isolated event. No, winning is a process, it continues on. And
Yes.
I firmly believe that we can all not just be winners, but be true victors in these different events and tribulations that we're faced with in life. And not just those, but just even in our successes,
Yeah.
continue going, continue going. Because someone like me, whether I know you or not, if I'm genuinely going to be proud of you and happy for your continued success, right? I don't have a
Absolutely.
jealous bone in my body. And I'm one of those optimistic people where I really genuinely want the best in everyone,
Hmm.
even if I don't particularly care for your personality or care for you personally. I genuinely want you to succeed. I just feel like, like
We want it's
our
something we have in
personalities
common. We want to
don't,
see
we
you
might
win.
not click. Yeah, I
Yeah.
want everyone to win,
Yeah.
especially us in our community. Like I think that once we start exhaling, living in our truths
Hmm.
unapologetically, a lot of these things that have become stigmas in our lives, in our communities, will start being annihilated, right? Like, let's
Absolutely.
destroy the stigmas. Like, let's continue on and let's continue this process of winning.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
want to I don't want to be at the finish line by myself, claiming a victory by myself, like looking around like, I guess it's me. I want to be like, and you winning, you winning.
Yes.
Yes,
Absolutely. And that's the way
we
it
can have
should
one
be.
big party
That's right.
together.
And when we celebrate those successes and those wins together, it feels so much better. Like to win as a collective is so much better than to win as an individual in isolation. That victory feels different. It's so much more profound when we're able to do it and celebrate it together because you got somebody to celebrate with. You know for a fact it's no fun to party by yourself. It's no
No.
fun to be a team of one. It's just
That's why I
not.
got all these kids, girl. I ain't gonna be by myself. I was the only child. I spent a long time being the only child until my aunt passed away and my mom adopted Steph, and so I have a sister. I mean, my dad. I have a brother and sister with my dad too, but they grew up in another household. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna have all these kids in this one household because y'all ain't gonna be by y'all. So we gonna all win together. One, two, three,
We
four.
hanging together. It's us. Yeah, you know
Mhm.
I get it. You know I get it. And I wasn't the only child, but I was a baby and there were gaps. So I was just like,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm not gonna do that. We're not
yeah.
doing this. So I understand. Tell everybody how they can find you on social media and most importantly, where they can buy the book.
Okay. So I have Facebook and Twitter and all that, but I'm not good at that. Like, I'm only good managing one social media account.
Which
Okay.
is
So if
Instagram.
you need to find me at Instagram, and it's at Stacy, Stacy _B with three E's, Beee. So Stacy _B. And that's the best place to find me is on Instagram. And you can also, I have a link on my Instagram page where you can go and purchase the book directly. I like to make things simple for people. I know we have lives and we can't be searching for a whole lot. So if you
That's
need to
right.
find anything about me, anything to do with me, just come on over to Instagram.
And listen, guys, I'm gonna drop the Instagram information and the link to purchase the book in the description of this video. Stacy, it is always a pleasure to have you on IamMichelleRenee.com. Always, because you are a friend and a sister of mine. And it's just you, every time you come, you blow my mind, sis. Okay. So
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
just grateful. No, don't apologize.
Yeah,
No, no. We are unapologetic. And I'm grateful
right.
for that because it just took a level of love that I already had for you, and I knew was this immense amount of love. And what hit me was, God, I thank you that my sister is one still here.
Mhm. Amen.
You and I both had some really hard losses recently,
Yeah.
and we know the
Ugh.
power of being here. So I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful that I can have a conversation with you, that we could still be able to talk and to share victories and to talk about the next plan for winning. So yeah, you took it away, but you gave me life in a different way. And so I'm so grateful for
Yeah.
that. I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
Y'all make sure you check her out on IG, Stacy underscore B with 3 E's. Click that link in her
Yeah.
bio, order the book. She's not done. She is not done, and I know she's gonna come back. So I'm
Yeah.
so
You know,
grateful.
it is always an honor for me to sit here with you and talk to you. You're really one of the I'm so comfortable with you, and I'm I'm happy to live in my truth with you and your followers, and your viewers. So, it is really an honor and a pleasure for me to be here whenever you call me. I will always be there.
Listen, when we kick off the Tribe of Dope Black Women in a couple weeks, I need you to come back and one promo the book, but also just drop some nuggets on the importance of women and community and sharing stories and being able to hold space for one another, because that's one of the most powerful things about our almost 2 decades old relationship friendship, is being able to hold space, no matter the time that is expanded in between, right?
Mhm.
So I know that if
Mhm.
I pick up the phone and shoot you a text or a call or whatever, that on the other end it's a sister.
Yeah.
And those relationships are important. You are Black Girl Magic personified.
Yay. Ching ching ching
And
ching ching.
I'm so grateful
That
that
was my
you
little that
don't
was my
mind.
little magic stars. That was my little magic stars flashing.
I'm so grateful that you don't mind just being in this space. So y'all, like I said, go check her out. Make sure that you are following her. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Talk about the book, write a review, get the hype
Yes.
up so these publishers can know, hey, we got to get the rest of this story and hear it all. We love you,
Yes.
Stacy. Thank you for
Y'all ain't
joining.
ready for the rest of the story.
Listen, you got to break it down. It's got to be a series.
Whew. I
Gotta
know,
be.
because y'all, I gotta
You
come
got to take a slow,
slowly.
Stace. You got to take a slow.
Because some of these stories, Lord, some of
Listen,
the events of my life, Lord, child.
we're going to talk off camera about some things, because I think the fun thing about it is I'm anxious to hear how you title each section or each
Yes.
part of your life, because I know you, and you're probably one of the most humorous people I've met too, because you can throw a punchline in a heartbeat. So I'm anxious to see how you capture that part of you in sharing such a profound story, because it's like
Yeah.
you can't be 100% serious, because that's not you at all.
I mean, you
Like,
saw in my chapter, I'm talking about some deep stuff, and I'm on the brink of death, and I cracked a joke to the doctor.
yes, yes, I'm going, that is
Girl.
Stacy. That is Stacy. So I love it. Y'all make sure you check it out. We thank you for joining us. Don't forget to share with your friends. Share this story of a dope Black woman. We talk all the time about people not sharing positive things. This is a positive thing. So be sure you are hyping up other Black women, holding space for them. Whatever you do, by all means, be sure to protect your energy. And
Yes.
most of all, protect your peace. Be free, my people. All right, sis. Love you.
Thank you. Love you too.